I have to admit that I did not watch any of the Crosstown Classic this weekend, Smitty. How does that make you feel? Now,
It makes me sad.
Friday I get an excused absence. I was at
You
Metallica.
definitely do. And Friday was the best game of the weekend, but yeah, it bums me out, especially because you were so fired up. I actually complimented you. I was so excited by the end of the lost episode because you were so excited about baseball again. Because Grafal was gone, your Giants had a shot at the playoffs, but somehow, I guess all that metal just kind of took it out of you.
I think knowing that the podcast didn't record just deflated me, and
that was a sad moment when we realized what the fuck happened.
because in my head I'm like, well, we're not going to be this good the second time through.
There's no chance.
No chance in hell we're going to recreate that because we were.
You'd think if we had a dress rehearsal, usually that makes things better the
I
second
know
time around. But
for us it makes it worse.
Yeah, that's not how this works for us. So
no, we're all on the magic. But I did. I
think that margarita on Thursday helped you.
Maybe maybe I need to have the margs when I'm doing this. The margaritas.
Margarita in the basketball jersey.
Well, the basketball jersey was celebratory then, so now I'm already over the celebrating after losing 3. I will tell you this,
clearly the hangover is set in.
I was getting alerts, so I get my alert and the Sox are down like 6-0 right off the bat. And I'm like, wasn't fucking Crochet pitching? Getting lit up or whatever. So I'm like, whatever. Then all of a sudden, or then it was like 7-0. Then like I see the Sox are like itching back, and I was like, oh, like little, I was getting alerts here and there, not all of them. Then I didn't know what happened because I was at the Metallica show, and I looked the next day and I was like, holy shit, 7-6, Grady Sizemore. They got a little fight in them.
The new manager bump, as they call it.
Yeah. And then
honestly, watching that game, it was the complete opposite of what I expected. Just your organization in complete disarray. I assume Crochet was going to pitch lights out, but then we would just beat the fuck out of your bullpen, like has happened in the 7th and 8th innings, pretty much every game. It was a complete opposite. Cubs just kept I think they had 4 homers off Crochet, and then your bullpen came in and was completely lights out. I mean, the Cubs got out to a 7-0 lead, as you saw, and then didn't do anything after that, which is just not at all what I expected. I didn't think you'd do much against Jameson Taillon, which I think you chased him after 4 innings, and then just kept coming back. Andrew Benintendi had 2 home runs. He threw out Pete Armstrong at home plate. It was a great game, and it looked like the White Sox were a legitimate baseball team for the first time in a long time. They were fighting, and it was cool to see. They were definitely inspired by their just having a new manager on the bench, I think. But alas, for you White Sox, at least, it was yet another 7-6 loss. All 3 games in the Cubs Sox series to that point were 7-6 Cubs wins. That's just another
crazy.
Fucking weird. That's so weird. One of the many weird things about the second game of this weekend series on Saturday was that they did not win 7-6. Cubs won 3-1. But that didn't stop things from getting weird. As the game was reaching the 9th inning, multiple fans jumped onto the field to have their moment of 15 minutes of fame, 15 seconds of fame.
And a rest.
Yeah. Well, that really leads me right into our asshole of the week. I mean, any field invader is inherently an asshole because you are stopping the game just to get on social media or whatever your motivation is. You're so fucked up. Just needed to run out there and grab all the attention, stop the game, potentially endanger security guards, players. Who knows what the fuck you're capable of. So I think we could anytime somebody jumps onto the field, we could give them our asshole of the week award. But the second individual to jump onto the field, assumingly following his friend. I don't know if they were together or if this was just random. Someone saw somebody get onto the field, and so he's like, "Oh, I'll do the same thing." Unfortunately, jumped over the outfield wall and immediately broke his leg. To which AJ and was it Adam Amin? I forget who was doing the play-by-play broadcast for Fox, but they were trying to figure out what the hell's going on because they've you see one guy running around the field getting chased. He was actually quite athletic. He evaded the security guards who are clearly not very athletic. Um, he evaded them for quite a while, but then they were talking about they couldn't, they're not showing any of this on TV. They're just talking about it. They couldn't quite figure out what was happening. Like I think AJ figured it out. He's like, I think he injured himself jumping over the wall because I guess he was just laying on the warning track. Eventually, the guy was not only zip tied, but was his leg was immobilized and thrown onto the training cart as they had to bring out a cart to get this individual, further delaying the game. So I'm guessing this guy was taken to the hospital. Apparently, he was as they were taking him out of the stadium. He went by where a lot of the reporters were, and I think Jesse Rogers from ESPN 1000 tried to interview him, figure out what happened. But just an absurd scene. But so this guy has to be taken to the hospital, I guess, and then after that ordeal, gets taken right to jail. So I mean, bad enough you go to jail, but to break your leg, go to the hospital, and have that all that, and just you look like a fucking fool. I mean, it's too perfect. So I kind of wish someone would be severely injured every time they went onto the field like this, so it would
Yeah,
encourage less of this
exactly.
stupid behavior, selfish, assholish behavior. But it seemed too perfect. It is a perfect asshole of the week.
All right. You had thought maybe I was the asshole of the week for not watching either of the games. You
I
had thrown that
understand
out there.
Friday, you had prior engagements, but I can't believe you just didn't even tune in at all. You didn't even know what I was talking about when I told you about the guy falling on the field, breaking his leg. But
Well, the other thing is you text me and you're like, "Why didn't he throw home?" And I'm like, "Is there a game on?"
yeah, that was a totally different play. But um, yeah, it's hard to explain actually.
And then and then
This is confusing.
Smitty let me know that there was an
That's
invention
me.
called television. So I quickly went out and got one so I could watch baseball.
Awesome.
Word Hole Media.